Creativity is an addiction. Unplugged because we will always say yes to creativity. Totally uncut because we all make mistakes. So turn it into a tool. This is Arroe Unplugged. Putting yourself in a writer's state of mind isn't always an easy walk. I do believe you don't need to be in the mood to write. It's a discipline, like that of exercise. Step into the moment and be present with your reasons for wanting to write. Now, because this isn't a novel or a storyboard, that gives this new day of writing no walls or borders to stay within. Therefore, as a daily writer, there are no rules. This is the message that I want to share. For nearly 30 years, what you have to do is invite yourself to pick up a writing instrument and just share a thought. Grow with it by way of asking questions or just sharing your point of direction. Say what you need to say. Make it your own. Make it a statement. Feel good about setting it free. Your mind, your heart, they become clearer 100% because you chose to write. Hey, it's Arroe. This is The Daily Mess, a chronological walk through an everyday world. I am a daily writer. I am the silent wolf. That means I sit beneath the brush of the trees and I just watch life. I observe what is going on around me, everything that's going on, from the curve of the wind to the actions and reactions of the human mind and soul. This is The Daily Mess. Now, you would think that with all these ways of communicating these days, we'd have a better connection with family and friends, right? I'm not so sure that's true. 2023 was the year that I chose to set aside and or build a boundary around my daily creative expectations. I am 100% not available to read and or reply to anything that comes in the shape of digital communications, not until I officially close the studio. I was spending way too much time giving away my time. Here's my theory, and it's based on one thought. If I don't have the time, how can I give away my time? I have friends who never return a text message, but they're willing to talk about it 3 days later face to face. Now, by the time that happens, I've already forgotten about why I even had an outreach, and my emotions have been totally dropped. All of these ways to communicate, and we are choosing to set them aside. We're burned out by all the talk. Why is it we're changing like this? Is it truly because there's too much going on? And having an open relationship by way of communicating is one of those things that keeps you away from your focus. And yet people will say, I need this answer in 20 minutes, and you get back to them 2 days later. This is a problem. And it's a problem because we have created a situation of distance. It's not that we're ghosting each other. It's just we don't have enough time for each other. I'll get to you when I can, when I'm available. Maybe we should just go back to the Pony Express, where they rode horses from city to city to city, and eventually you got word of what was taking place. Because in reality, that's how we're reacting. It's like, okay, you sent an email, I'm digesting it, and then I forget to get back to you. That's not a great place because then people label you as being a disconnected communicator. Learning where your boundaries are is so important. I know that up until about 12:30, 1 o'clock each day, I am not going to answer emails, nor am I going to place phone calls. Therefore, at 1 o'clock, that's my sit down time. That's where I make my communication connections and we begin to grow from there. But not at 8 o'clock in the morning, not at 10:30, 1 o'clock. Learn to respect your boundaries and also learn to respect your time when you have no time. I'm Arroe, and that's The Daily Mess.